Yo, what up, YouTube? This finna be a smooth one. You read the title. If you are under 22, watch this video. Check me out. My advice to anyone younger than me, because I'm 22 right now, about to graduate in May. If you are listening to my voice, I tell you, good friend, do not procrastinate because nothing good comes of it. Facts. There has never been a time in my life where I was like, man, thank God I procrastinated. Okay, there's been a few, but those were lucky situations, right? They weren't the normal. Usually, it is always the wrong thing to procrastinate. You end up having to rush an assignment. You end up having to cheat. You end up having to have ASS things. You end up not missing an opportunity. You end up not being prepared. You end up knowing less. You fill in the blank of the things that could happen, missing out. You fill in the blanks of things that could happen when you procrastinate. Tell the old as time. Like, if you were one of those rare people who could, like, just stop procrastinating, then you're going to be ahead, just in principle. Another thing, take all your loves, and it's a big one, loves and aspirations and everything you want to do and monetize it. Yes. What does that mean? Make money off of the things you want to do or think you want to do or maybe want to do, like yada, yada, yada. Like, give those things their own platform. You never know when you need money. And if you ever find out you don't want to work a corporate job or you don't want to work a certain job, you can do those things. For instance, if everything played out, now obviously it's kind of hard, but like if everything played out how I wanted it to be, I would be obviously not like, oh my gosh, I'm rich off of music, but like I'd be making money off of music though, absolutely, or being close to it by this time. I wish I could just be like, oh yeah, I made quick 500 bands off my music. Like, obviously 500 bands, I say $500 off my music, and that would have made me happy. You know what I mean? And to an extent, obviously, I wouldn't be content, but like something that could help support some, because like that means that that's one step closer you are to being able to do that full time. And then years later, I'm doing music full time and then living the dream because I'm not really working a day in my life. And even though I'm working, I'm doing work I like to do rather than work I hate doing, right? So that would be a good time where procrastination, just being focused, oh yeah, I'm gonna post, and that's kind of what I'm doing here with this channel is I'm sowing a seed. So like years down the line, if I ever need a channel to fall back on, if I ever need extra money, if I ever want to do this full time, maybe I play that lottery, like I said if you don't know what I mean by lottery, check out my other videos, but play that life lottery and then boom, here I am making videos, streaming, doing something, and then this is all I do for work, you know what I mean, making money off it, or at least side income. You never know, so set yourself up, think in advance, you feel me? Work diligently at those things that you want so you could have them for income later. Unfortunately, we cannot be kids like forever, right? We cannot be taken care of forever, everything. We don't have to work. And sometimes that work is stuff we don't want to have anything to do with, like getting a job at some random company. Do your best. If you don't want that, do your best to avoid it. Now, if your aspiration is like, this certain salesperson, this certain doctor, this certain lawyer, this certain nurse, or this certain, construction worker, or this certain business owner, or this certain manager, insert scientist, insert researcher, job description, insert a job title, engineer, whatever. Starting your own business, whatever it is you want to do, put yourself in positions to where you will get there how you want to get there. You know what I mean? Because no doubt you could get there eventually, but you always want to set yourself and prepare and be ready for things like this. Always, because it's so much sweeter when you were prepared. So yeah, work diligently as those things that you want or may want, so you could avoid hardship later, struggle later. Overall, just think ahead. You never want to take for granted the time you have. Take advantage of it and use it for good, but never take it for granted, because for granted means you're neglecting. You don't want to neglect the time, the youthfulness that you have. You're young and you have a lot of energy. You have a lot of things you want to do. So make sure you do the things you want to do. And do the hard things now. Set yourself up to do things you want to do. You know what I mean? Invest in yourself, essentially, is what I'm saying. And a big realization is this. Realize that no one is coming to save you, and don't expect anything to just come to you and fall in your lap. I do this all the time, and I hate that I do it, because it's like, oh man, I know I'll be all right. Well, no, you can be all right. You can know you'll be all right if you put in the work. Don't just know you'll be all right because everything works out for you. And that might be the case, which is amazing. I really hope that is the case for everyone and for myself. But you don't want to rely on that in life, because then you're setting yourself up to get absolutely disappointed instantaneously. Yes, you'll get disappointed if, oh yeah, this will save me. Yeah, something will gonna happen. Yeah, I don't have to put in no work. If a man doesn't work, a man doesn't eat. I don't know where that's from, but I heard it before. So anyway, realize no one is coming to save you, and don't expect anything just to fall in your lap. Don't be like me, okay? Remember, everything you plan for typically goes better than when you don't have a plan. So, like, if you plan to make a certain move, oh yeah, I want to do this when I get to this age. Oh, I want to do this when I get here. Ooh, I want this to work out. Well, did you plan for it? Are you training for it? Are you studying for it? Are you working towards it? Are you doing anything that sets you up for on the day you get there so you'll be prepared? Is any of that happening? Okay, if that is not happening, then you have some priorities messed up. So you need to be planning for the things you want to do. Facts. This is with anything. Now, things go better typically when you plan for them because you're prepared. That's the last of that. And lastly, I have for you is to accept that you aren't a perfect person, but also accept that you need to make changes. You are not a perfect person. You're going to make mistakes, and you should be allowed to make those mistakes. However, also realize and be self-aware enough to realize, okay, I need help in this area, or yeah, this wasn't good on me, or I need to take accountability and responsibility for that, and get accustomed to taking responsibility for your actions and train yourself to do that, because it's not good to live delusional. Number one. Number two, the more you're accountable, the harder you'll push yourself. But then also realize you're not a perfect person, so you'll also be easy on yourself when you know you need to. And yeah, this is what I have so far, but I could definitely make a part 2, 3, or 4, whatever. So like this video, share it, subscribe, do all that. And shoot, man, if y'all got any video ideas for me, let me know. But until then, I'm out of here.